Good morning, friends. Today, yet I'm back with one of the unique topic. I think after 1 week. Today, on the thumbnail, you might have seen the basic features related to two karmic signs, Scorpio and Aquarius. Actually, I've got messages from lot of my clients, lot of my followers that you make a specific video on these two karmic signs, Scorpio and Aquarius. They basically give lot of suffering in lot many ways. So friends, I think those who are watching my video for the first time, or you might have been watching my channel from long time, this will be a very unique, a different kind of video. So basically, those who have not subscribed the channel, I request them please subscribe. I'll be bringing up some more suspicious, some more unique video on this channel as I got a time in weekly basis. Okay, and please like, subscribe and share with your friends and family so they can get an idea of a different version of a planetary position signs in a larger way. Okay, so first of all, understand the Scorpio sign. In the nautical zodiac belt, this sign speaks about the death and rebirth scenario of a life. This is the fourth sign from Leo. So the asset, the properties of a soul, asset property of soul, your maternal grandfather, lineage and family. Okay, this sign can not only be seen of transformation and lot many things, but this is the sign with the deep secrets. Along with Mars, basically Ketu is the co-lord of that. Anything which is all of a sudden happening in your life, uncertain, unpredictable, things which are below sometime our comfort zone. We need to go into deep of something, deep secrets. You can say nobody can witness death and come back and explain somebody how it feels like. So there are lot of truth and lot of secret, lot of mystery which are beyond logic, beyond proof, which has an existence in the universe, which cannot be experienced by the living organisms. Okay, so that's why Scorpio seems to be a very karmic sign. And when you have a born in any ascendant, check the Scorpio sign, or let's say Aquarius sign is falling in which houses. That area becomes a karmic zone in your life. Why? Scorpio is the death and rebirth. And why is Aquarius the karmic? It is the natural 11th house of network, friends, gains, achievement. It's a sign of a teamwork. This sign Aquarius is a fixed sign. Okay, it comes after the position called Aquarius, karma, action, duty. After performing that, you, I think, achieve something in your life. And when you do karma, basically karma is not a single-handed karma. There are a lot of people stakeholder in anything you achieve in your life. Let's say you take a birth in your family. Two people are involved, father and mother. It's not your own good or bad thing, but biologically they have communicated. You are the born. You are born in a particular family. You have been raised by a group of people. Aquarius sign speaks about the group of people. It's an institution visible in the material world, in the friends, in the corporate organization. Let's say you are working in a corporate organization. There are a lot of other employees. It's a sign of a teamwork, group work. So your achievement doesn't comes by only about your effort. Somebody's luck, somebody's support, somebody's provocation. Lot many factors basically work in manifestation achievement in your life. It's a sign of a networking. It's a big institutional umbrella, and it's ruled by Saturn and Rahu. Now there are two ways to achieve the things in a life: the Saturn way and the Rahu way. Saturn speaks about the hard work and Rahu speaks about the smart work. And under the garb of smart work, sometimes it may be unethical ways, means to achieve your desires. So Aquarius sign is basically attached with the desires. Rahu is mainly achievement. Most of the people do something, work or get aligned to somebody or cooperate with somebody or basically attach with somebody. That is the attaching factor. The glue basically which works there is the desire factor. Sometimes that will be the greed, that will be unconventional desire also. So anything to manifest fulfillment of desire is basically governed by Saturn and Rahu. So basically that's why when this you look at the both sign, this both sign basically tells you about birth and rebirth again and again, again and again. Until your finite desires are not met, you are bound to die and take birth again. In in process of achievement, sometimes you follow an ethical path. Let's say Rahu. You don't follow Saturn. Your Saturn is damaged, and you do destructive kind of karma. Then sometimes your desires are very destructive, which may be harmful for the human society. Although you might have done something in the past, and if you have some major planet in Aquarius, it will not let you achieve something unless until you come on the right path of the life. So this is the general identification I have given you regarding the understanding of both these signs. Okay. Now let's say these signs may be falling in a different house. Both sign needs to be seen. Let's say you only have some planet in Scorpio or some planet in Aquarius, or you have no planet in Scorpio Aquarius. Even in that condition, look where Rahu Ketu are placed. They are the lord of these signs. Whenever your Aquarius and Scorpio sign are empty, don't feel that you are completely free from the past life clutches. No, that's not the case. Even in this lifetime, let's say Scorpio is the death and rebirth ascendant. Look it in this way. This is a unique way of looking at chart, basically why you are taking birth again and again. So whenever Ketu is placed in any specific sign, okay, why you might have died in the past life, where your journey was stopped. In whichever sign the Ketu is sitting, that sign from the Scorpio sign speaks about what are the areas where you were doing something or you were facing something, you were died. Okay, and then Lord will speak up whether for the good thing you died or for the bad thing you died, basically. The scenario around your death. So the Lord Ketu basically sitting in a specific sign. Let's say Ketu sitting in Taurus. You might have died by overeating, food issues, or your face might have burned, or some injury accident might have happened. Somebody has hit on your face or eyes or something like that. Same kind of thing might have happened. You might have, let's say any fire planet is there, let's say Sun, Mars there. In the burnt exercise activity you might have died. Saturn is there, somebody might have given you poison. Okay. So that way you need to understand, basically let's say Jupiter is there, overeating, trouble related to that. So somewhere in that way, basically when the Ketu is basically sitting in any specific sign, that basically speaks that what kind of equation it's making with the Scorpio. What kind of equation? Let's say Ketu is sitting in Virgo. You might have been in your job, you might have been engaged in army, police, or a person who was a sportsman, who was a lawyer, who was a doctor, who was dealing with the day-to-day challenge of somebody, please, and you might have died in a conflict or a battleground zone, or some infection or something like that, disease and something. So this is just an example I am giving you that how that functions basically. Okay, why major planets in Scorpio can create a lot of churning trouble in your life. Let's say Sun is in the Scorpio. You might have done a lot of destructive karma. As a father, you might have not paid attention to your children's, your position, your work, your authority. You have been very relaxed in your life. So in present circumstances, or you might have not valued your body, your self-respect or worth. So this time Sun basically getting placed in the Scorpio, you will find it very difficult to get a position in your life, respect in your life. Sometimes people will doubt your credibility a lot, or even after your death, basically people will not have a good thought or process about you. Let's say Winston Churchill, who was the Prime Minister, or you can say the President of United Kingdom during the World War II. He got a lot of humiliation. He was a Virgo ascendant person. He was having Sun in the Scorpio sign in the 3rd house. So somebody says that he might have done a lot of destructive karma beforehand within the power authority in the different part of the world. So the destiny came to him with the destruction of United Kingdom. Once used to say that we are such a big country in the world, basically, where sun never sets. That was the last man to bring down the sunset in the different part of way. This is one of the example related to sun I am telling. Let's say you might have been a doctor. You were supposed to deal with the emergency of somebody, but you didn't did something. So some similar kind of challenges might come in your life. You might have killed your father, you might have done something wrong to your bosses or something like that. You might have done some very heinous activity. So whenever the sun is basically in the Scorpio, you get some unique level of transformation related to sun. Let's say moon in the Scorpio. You put somebody's emotion in danger. You put somebody in a very mental suffering zone. You give lot of mental torture to somebody. you might have harmed a pregnant mother, because moon in Scorpio is like a labor pain zone. Okay, when the female is about to deliver a baby, that is the stage of a mother is in the pregnancy stage, a periodic cycle or something. You might have harmed female with the periodic cycle. You might have done some destruction to the female emotionally, physically, any kind of thing. But moon basically speaks about a mental trauma. You might have taken the happiness of somebody. So in this lifetime, you have to suffer mentally in that order. After that, you can feel some relief in that way. But Mars, let's say in this sign, is quite better. It's a symbol of a good combination. Ketu is, I think, in a good condition. But when the Mars is in the Scorpio, Ketu should not be in Libra. Okay, or Ketu should not be in Aries. That is a different kind of a challenge in that way. Okay, any planet making 6-8 connection, especially Ketu is the shadow of Mars. So Ketu is the memory drive of your past life. Let's say Mars is the action, karma you might have done through many life. And where does the karma get stored? In the Scorpio sign, or let's say Ketu stores all your things. So Ketu is the reflecting silent Pandora box of your past life. So whenever any planet basically is sitting in the Scorpio and look at the Ketu and that Scorpio sign, it will give you an idea that what good or bad you might have done and why the suffering is coming for you. So that is basically one of the aspects. Regarding Sun, Moon I have told, Mars I have told, let's say Mercury is there. There are certain things which should not be spoken in the public life. Okay, whenever the Mercury is in the Scorpio sign, you might have blackmailed somebody, you might have taken advantage of somebody who is in a very crisis stage, you might have been a businessman. Let's say you are a medical shopkeeper, somebody is coming to you and you are charging in the, let's say Mercury is kind of a businessman planet, or it's a you can say a businessman of aviation sectors. Let's say recently something happened in Pahalgam or Kashmir or something. Okay, during that time lot of people were rushing to leave the Kashmir. Okay, to safeguard, to run out of that, lot of aviation sector increased their flight charges to 2 times 3 times more than that. That means Mercury can sometimes be a very heinous planet in that Scorpio, making fun of somebody's death, somebody's suffering, or joking on somebody basically, or taking advantage of somebody's crisis and charging too much or demanding too much. This is kind of a very heinous crime. A Mercury is sitting there. You might have done something wrong with your sister. You might have been a very bad communication. You might have blackmailed somebody. So lot of family, relative, cousin, business challenges, education might bother you in this life. Let's say Jupiter is in the Scorpio. You might have destroyed your teacher, your dharma. You might have killed your father. You might have troubled your ancestor. You might have not looked after them in the difficult stage. You might have stolen the ancestor wealth by hooks or crooks. Okay, you might have not paid attention to your children's. You might have stolen somebody else's wealth. So whenever Jupiter or like planet also basically comes there, you might have not taken the challenges with your family, your children's. You might have taught somebody the wrong thing. You might have always installed fear. Let's say being an astrologer, they don't only are not supposed to speak only about the evil side, but they also need to support the positive side with the condition the chart must have that. Chart must have that. Okay, everybody's chart sometimes looks very promising, but there may be lot of factors to understand that. Okay, so basically Jupiter speaks in that way. Okay, let's say Saturn is here. In the past life, you might have not confronted the fear, challenges, danger. You might have committed suicide. The moment you saw some insecurity, some danger, you ran away. You were very irresponsible. You might have handled the crisis in a very bad shape, in a bad way, irresponsible manner. So let's say Saturn Ketu here. It shows that somebody might have done suicide, running away from the challenges, the fear, anxiety, says that we are not able to deal that. Or you might have created insecurity in somebody people's life. You might have played the divide and rule kind of politics in the past life. You might have provoked somebody to become a terrorist. Saturn is like, it cannot do something of its own. It provokes the youth to tie a bomb on your body and get destroyed, showing them dreams of something like that, terrorism activity and all that. So Saturn is a kind of a provocation forces. So sometimes basically it brings a lot of challenge in your life. So that is the Saturn. Let's say Venus is there. Being a male or female, you might have literally overpowered the other gender or blackmailed other, or you might have sexually exploited them, or material level you have exploited them. You have done something very heinous with the Venus related energy. Venus is wealth, Venus is pleasure. Showing somebody fear, blackmailing somebody, and trying to do something which is taboo. Okay, Venus is definitely material, wealth, family, pleasure, sex. But you have chosen unethical path to meet your pleasure in your life. Extramarital affair. Okay, trying to make videos of somebody's private activity. These kind of things are not, I think, under the garb of Venus. Okay, so somewhere basically you need to understand that whenever you have any planet in the Scorpio, you have to be extremely very careful. You have been put down in the same trap as you might have done in the past life. So in this life, no matter where the Scorpio sign is falling, if any planet is sitting there, except Mars and Ketu, all planet comes under the scanner of a bad activity, bad something. Okay, that is one of the sign, and due to this reason you keep on taking birth again and die, because within that area either you might have some evil desire to do that kind of activity during the crisis. Let's say you have some planet in this life. You think that just because I am in crisis, I am in struggling scenario, I have a justification to do something shortcut. Let's say Rahu is there. For my achievement, for my goal, I create panic in somebody's life. Becoming an astrologer and trying to create panic and doing only the trauma and everything. I become a media enterprises. I always show the death, the suffering, problem everywhere. Creating panic, fear in. I always make horror movies, being a filmmaker. I create virus and spread it in the whole world. Okay, people can understand what I am trying to say that. Okay, I am not speaking only about individuals. There are a lot of big corporate houses who have a business vested interest. Some pharma industries in the world. Some weapon industry in the world. Let's say Rahu is in the Scorpio. Their country need to sustain economically. So they have a manufacturing unit of arms weapon. So if the world will have peace, how will they survive, sustain, grow? So let's create artificial conflict, trouble within the countries on the name of caste, creed, religion. Divide and rule. The moment more conflict goes, the weapon will be sold. So Rahu is kind of a conspirating, unnecessary creating conflict, which is not a natural conflict, universal conflict, but man-made crisis. So that way basically you can understand what different planet means in this sign. This was the Scorpio zone. Now speak about the Aquarius sign. Why Aquarius is a karmic sign? Look, Aquarius sign is mainly controlled by Saturn and Rahu, but mostly Rahu dominates. Why? People have limitless desire. I want to have this, I want to have that. For the multiple reason, again and again you are born in to meet certain desire, achieve certain desires in your life. Rahu is your networking, the social world where you are living with the friends, colleagues, friends. You are working in a company or you are yourself a corporate organization. Okay, you are a businessman, you are an entrepreneur. Aquarius sign speaks about the large corporate organization. It's not a one-man sign. Okay, it's a too many people involved creating an enterprises and institution, which may be a private limited company, public limited company. It may be a political party. It may be a social organization with vested economical interest. This can be a political party also. There are a lot of people under the team, and they have an ambition, they have a desire, they have a goal. And sometimes to meet that goal, what are the path you achieve? Let's say you move through the Saturn path, slow and steady, in a disciplined way, without trying to harm somebody. Lord Rama. There's a great word spoken by our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Jupiter here speaks this language. Saturn also speaks similar language. Even Venus does the same thing. But the moment you say you have any planet here, let's say Sun, Mars, they feel that I am the only one. I can control the whole world. I can control the whole universe. The moment that thought process comes in your behavior, that arrogance, that ego will not allow you to achieve your goal in your life. Straight and simple. So whenever you have any planet in Aquarius sign, where some discomfortable planet are there, let's say when Rahu is there, but if Saturn is debilitated, the person might use unethical means to create divide in something. Rahu is sometimes to achieve by creating division forces, creating confusion, trouble in something. Rahu, lot of people say Rahu in the Aquarius is trap. Currently Rahu is in the Aquarius, but Saturn is in Pisces. So somewhere basically you need to see that if any planet is sitting in the Aquarius sign, Sometimes it gives you the backdrop that in past life, during the energy of that planet, whether it's comfortable or not, how you might have achieved your past life things in your life. And the position of Saturn and Rahu will tell you that how you have achieved in the past life. And where is the Rahu sitting away from the Aquarius? How many houses away? That is the area which was the pending in the past life and which is the extension of the present life. Okay, that way you need to understand that Rahu, Ketu are the natural karmic planet. Ketu is the past life karma. Rahu is the unfinished chapter or desire, something which was left not met by in the past life. So in this lifetime, Rahu is responsible for your birth again. The desires are not met. So in whichever sign the house away from the Aquarius sign Rahu is sitting, that is the desire zone which was pending from the past life. That is the focus of the present life. You have to focus in something. So whether any planet in Aquarius, there are some planet in Aquarius will not let you achieve something. You have to go through lot many hard work, teamwork. You have to do something for the society. Let's say you have to create a company, you have to create employment for somebody. You have to guide, you have to do some social charitable work in order to make sure you have a big team. You cannot do something. अकेला चना भाड़ नहीं फोड़ सकता. This is a Hindi proverb. So this is the slogan of sign. So align yourself according to this sign only with regard to that planet. Then only, let's say if somebody has the Venus or Jupiter here and if they can ask a stupid question, can we have a group of wives, group of husband? No. You will get a spouse from a group, a friend, a network. That should be the right meaning. You do not take it in a different way. Let's say somebody has a Venus in Aquarius sign. So you have multiple life partner, physical partner. That will destroy you. That is unethical way, Rahu way. This is not working, that is not working. Means keep on desiring something without having a check and balance of a dharma. Saturn is the extension, karma aligned according to the dharma. Then you have to achieve something. And you develop your own theories, justification to just to prove your point. No, that is not justified. So somewhere basically if you have any retrograde planet, let's say either in Scorpio in Aquarius, that means you are doing the same mistake again and again. You are putting yourself, your soul is getting trapped in the same position and you are not letting that desire. That desire is not meant to achieve. If you have any combust planet in Scorpio, Aquarius, it's a big punishment. If you have any retrograde planet in this sign, it's a big trouble. Even if you have a, let's say, moon in the Scorpio, combust, or in Aquarius, combust, it's a bad symbol. Combust planet, retrograde planet are non-friendly planet with the Scorpio and Aquarius sign. They can create a lot of trouble in your life. So friends, just look at your chart, whichever house basically Scorpio is falling. From there Ketu is sitting in which kind of sign and house, what kind of equation it's meeting. Let's say somebody Ketu is sitting in the Gemini. It's the Lord of Scorpio. It means that you were trying to open up somebody's secret in front of somebody and you might have died. You might have trying to enter no entry zone and you died. You were fighting a battle on the ground, traveling or something, you died. That way you need to understand that how was your death happened in the past life. And with that point of time, wherever the Rahu is there, that shows the unfinished desire basically which was not met in that lifetime. So the Rahu place sign speaks about that unfinished desire zone in the present life. So friend, this was the video. I have given you some brief basic idea about Scorpio, Aquarius, which are the two karmic signs, why people basically suffer a lot. You need to understand that these are the karmic signs. If the desire is justified or not, if that you have control on desires, this Aquarius sign will not trouble you. And if you handle it everything, then this cycle of life and death happens due to these two signs only, death and rebirth, Rahu Ketu. So that was the thought behind, explanation behind all these things. Anybody willing to take professional consultation from me, I am putting down in the description center my WhatsApp mobile number. You can message me there. You can book appointments. If anybody is willing to understand astrology in the beginners level, in the professional predictive level, I have a host of courses on different modules. I teach online astrology on the Zoom 1-to-1 basis, student teacher interactive mode. You can also communicate me for that also. You can approach me on the WhatsApp. There may be many batches starting from the next month. Okay, So you can contact me for the courses, or you want to study professionally, or you want to take professional consultation, so you can approach me. And those people who have not subscribed and watching only my video, I request them, please subscribe my channel. I'll be bringing up many unique videos you might have not seen from the different lenses angle. My intention is not to gather likes, share or subscribe. Okay, that is the reason, to make sure that this information reaches to the different people. Okay, I am not here to become a celebrity. That's not my point. I have a lot of busy schedule in my life, but to make it ensure you people always get a different versions of something. I'm not creating, manufacturing something, but this is through my 25 years analysis, practical journey of experiences I am sharing with you. You people might have disagreement with me on lot many days, which is quite obvious. Everybody is not born to experience the same side. Okay, somebody is living in Germany, they are feeling cold, they are at this point of time are supposed to experience that. I am in India, I am experiencing heat. Either I am right, either they are right. This cannot be the question in that way. So just because this subject is such a vast and a big subject, nobody can master of in one lifetime. Okay, so before pulling some my legs or trying to write negative comments, I request them, look, you might have not seen that, does not mean that somebody has not witnessed that. Okay, try to keep everybody's thought of view. Okay, in my 25 years learning, I have gone through a lot of good and bad, both are teachers. Try to keep everybody's point of view. Okay, there is no harm in that. This video, I am not charging anybody the money for that watching or something, keeping my money. You can leave it or keep it, that's all. Okay, that was for today friends, and be very short. I'll be making some more interesting video, so stay connected, subscribe, like, share. And if you want to take a consultation, or you want to go through an online course with me, just message me on my WhatsApp number. That was for today. Meeting you soon.